Hey guys, and welcome to the artflow channel. My name is Ross, and we all know that Figma is one of the best tools in design industry for creating stunning UI designs, web designs, and different social media stuff. So in this video series, I'm gonna show you how to work in this software without any problems and issues. Let's get started. Okay guys, first of all we need to figure out where you can download Figma, and that's quite easy because you can go to Google, Figma.com and download it from official website. You can use it online, so you don't necessarily need to download it to your desktop or Mac, but I'm used to having different applications on my dock, so if you're the same person, if you have a lot of stuff right here, and if you used it, then simply download application, register, and that's it. You might have a question, okay, do I need to pay for Figma or it's free? And it depends, because let me show it to you. I have Figma, let me hide this dog because it's quite annoying. So in Figma we have different plans. Right now I'm on the very basic plan, so we can have the same amount of features and it's not gonna be distracting for you, but if you want, you can upgrade to professional or organization if you need one, but probably it's gonna be professional. The main difference is the fact that on starter pack you have limited amount of files. You do not have possibility to work together on the same project, so any other person that you will invite to your document is gonna be able to view your project, but it's not gonna be able to edit it, and a lot of other stuff, some AI tools and etc. So in terms of paid or free version, you can start with free, and then if you see that Figma is good for you, you can continue to using their paid version. Now let's figure out what do we have right now in this interface. It's very easy, it's quite similar to Adobe's products, but it's even simpler. Let me guide you through everything that we have right now on the main page. Once you open your Figma, you're gonna need to log in, and once you do that, you'll enter this huge section where you have your recent open projects. Those are my documents that I was working on for a couple of months and years. And on the left side, you can see some other stuff, some your flagged prioritized projects. You can find some trash items, you can find some community tabs, recent projects, etc. But I will focus only on main stuff because everything else is quite useless to you on a free plan. So what do you need to know? First of all, you have community tab on the left side. Once you click here, you'll be transferred to another section where you can find free assets from other designers, so you can grab some icons, design elements, and anything else. You can find it right here, you can filter it here, and you can use it in your projects. Most of them are completely free, some of them are paid, but mostly you can just click, drag it to your project, and go with it. It's as simple as that, and it's very useful. The second section that you need to know about is your drafts section. So draft section is your kind of cheat code, so you can have a lot of files in your project in a free version, because in draft section, as you can see, I have a ton of projects, and I almost reached out the limitations of a free plan, but still I have a couple of new things that I can add or remove and continue using my project, so it's okay for me. Also, you can see that you have your all project section. Now, this section is mostly used if you have your paid version, because you can separate your project based on your clients, and you can have one project, which is your client, and a couple of different files for the same client. It's gonna be way easier for you to organize your document, your access features to any folders, and etc. So that's for you. If you wanna pay, you can learn about this tab more. Also, you can have resources section if you're paying for Figma. We're not paying, so we're skipping this one, and that's it for now. Okay, now we need to figure out how to create a new project in Figma and what you can do in Figma. What's the most common usage for Figma, and when you need to skip it and go to Photoshop or Illustrator. To create a new project in Figma, you need to go right here to the Design tab, click it here, and you'll create a brand new document. As you can see, I have a couple of them open right now, but it will work right here on the New tab. Now let me explain to you when do you need to use Figma and when you need to use Adobe products. If you have a situation when you need to design some UI elements, for example, website or your application for App Store or Google Play Market, anything like this, you need to go to Figma. This is probably the best tool right now for creating different UI design stuff, and it's just awesome. It's easy, it's versatile, it's very common across developers, so you can use it without any issues. But if you need to find tools for complex photo editing, if you need to prepare your files for print, such as business cards, such as flyers, posters, it's better to go to Illustrator or Photoshop, because Figma, well, let's be honest, it's not designed for that stuff. Some people use it for those purposes, so they are trying to find some ways to make it work in those situations, in those scenarios, but mostly it's bad. So please, if you have situation when you need to print something, when you need to have really hard editing on your photos, such as masking, such as hair selection, if you need to cut out something, if you need to have some collages with different images, lay it out together, if you need to have some cool AI stuff from Adobe products, well, just go to Adobe products or Affinity products, but do not work in Figma with those stuff. What you can do, however, is if you have some social media, for example, you have your Instagram page and you want to create carousels with a lot of images, with a text layout, with some simple images, basic masking with the shapes, you can do that in Figma, and it's beautiful for those scenarios because I have my Instagram account and I have a ton of posts and stories, and all of them are designed within Figma because Figma is not lagging once you have a ton of files, a ton of artboards. It's very easy to work with. You can export your project in the file format that you need. So if you have a need to create something ready to edit and post on your social media, and it should be easy, you need to look out for Figma because this is a great product. Now, I'm gonna clarify that in this series of video, I'm gonna focus on main tools of Figma. I'm not gonna go dive deep into UI and UX design stuff with the tiny nuances and features that only 0.5% people need to know. I'm gonna focus on the most important stuff that you need in this software. So, if you created a project and you need to start working with it, you need to switch to File section at first. You need to click right here because at the beginning you're gonna see Assets section open. You need to click to File, and that's it for the beginning. Now, you need to understand the basic layout of Figma is created in the following way. You have your layers on the left side, which contains your layers, your object images, your artboards, and that's it. Also, you have assets folder. For example, you have a couple of projects within the same client, and you have your UI design system. The same buttons, the same typeface, the same logotypes. You can upload them to assets folder, and then you can use them across your different files. It's kind of similar to Adobe's library, so if you know how to work with that, you're gonna be very comfortable with this one. But for now, we'll skip this and we'll see what else do we have in Figma. At the bottom part of Figma, you'll see basic stuff, basic tools. We don't have a lot of them. It's not like Photoshop or Illustrator, but it's just enough for different UI design purposes or for social media and stuff that I covered previously. We have a tool to move your objects around. We have a tool to reframe your artboards to make them larger or smaller. We have a tool to create basic shapes. We have a tool to draw our custom path with the pen tool. We have a text tool, and we have a news section which allows us to grow within Figma. Let's start from the beginning. If you want to create your first artboard, your document, you need to press right here on the frame. The hotkey is F. Once you do that, on the right side you'll see that we have properties of our selected tool or object. Right now I selected frame, so I can have access to different presets of our artboards. As an example, I can create a desktop for air. You can see dimensions right here. Or you can skip this part and simply with left mouse button drag, and that's it. Now we have your frame. If you want to resize this frame to your own needs, maybe you need to have a social media post with a 1080p by 1440 pixel aspect ratio. You can go right here with type 1080p and here 1440. Now you have a perfectly set up artboard for your Instagram post. If you want to edit it even further, if you want to change your fill color for the artboard, if you want to round corners and all that kind of stuff, you can find all those settings in the properties panel on the right side of Figma. But I think it's gonna be better if we'll discuss this section in the next video. So please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and write in the comments what do you need to know in Figma and why do you plan to use it for your own design purposes. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.